Minecraft has 136 trophies on the PlayStation 5, and I gave myself just 100 in-game days to unlock every single one of them. Now that might sound completely easy until you realize some of these trophies take hours. Some of them are completely RNG, and some of them are just pure pain. I died a lot, lost all my gear, and somewhere along the way I realized I was falling behind fast. So, did I actually unlock every trophy for day 100? Or did Minecraft beat me? Okay, so we start off this game with already one trophy because, well, I opened the inventory. Well, yeah, that's literally the first trophy in Minecraft. Anyways, right from the start, we started flying through these trophies because most of these early ones are ridiculously easy. First, we punched a tree, which got us another trophy, then crafted a crafting table, which immediately gave us yet another trophy. And honestly, this is where I thought this challenge was going to be easy. But I was very, very wrong. Oh, and you're probably wondering who this other player is. That's one of my IRL friends. Not only is he probably the best Minecraft player I know, but he's also the only friend that I have that's actually into trophy hunting. So when I asked if he wanted to help me with this video, he said yes immediately. Unfortunately, I completely screwed up and forgot to record his voice. So while you'll see him throughout the video, you won't actually hear him. Just wanted to explain who he is before we continue. Anyways, back to the trophies. After getting some wood, we crafted a hoe, unlocking time to farm.
Oh, up there it is. Time to farm.
Then a wooden sword for time to strike.
A sword.
Oh, with that sword, I immediately murdered a cow and got cow tipper. We also started collecting different colored wools almost immediately after starting the game because one of the trophies requires all 16 colors of wool. Looking back, that was probably one of the few smart decisions we made throughout this entire challenge. As night fell, I killed my very first zombie and unlocked the trophy Monster Hunter. Then we stumbled across a village where we spent the night. The next morning, I grabbed some hay bales to make bread later down the line and then completely forgot about them. Yeah. We upgraded our wooden tools to stone and unlocked 3 trophies almost back to back.
Stone pickaxe.
Trophy!
Stone axe.
Trophy! Trophy! At this point, we decided it was time to look for some iron and hopefully some diamonds. So naturally, we jumped to the first giant hole we could actually find. And somehow, it actually worked. We found diamonds. I don't think I need to explain what this trophy is for.
And
so, yeah.
There it is. Diamonds.
Woo! From there, the trophies just kept rolling in. We crafted a furnace for the trophy named Hot Topic.
Trophy Hot Topic.
Smelted our first iron ingot and slowly started climbing through the trophy list. Remember those hay bales I forgot about? Yeah, I finally used them to make some bread and unlock yet another trophy. We then grabbed a couple of easy ones by placing a flower pot and a sign before eating our first pork chop for yet another trophy.
Pot plant to craft and place a flower pot.
Yeah, it's a sign.
This is another trophy, pork chop.
At this point, I generally felt like every 30 seconds another trophy was popping. While mining, we found even more diamonds and had enough of obsidian for a future nether portal. And then, I died.
Oh my god.
Luckily, my friend wasn't that far away. He grabbed all my stuff, threw everything into a chest, and saved me from losing what little progress we already had. After getting my gear back, I took down a creeper with the help of my friend, with a bow, unlocking and yet another actually easy trophy. Yeah! A little later, my friend found a magma block underwater, which gave us an idea. If you didn't know, Minecraft PS5 has some ridiculous amount of expansion trophies, and since we're going for every single trophy in the game, we decided to start working on them immediately. One of those trophies requires staying underwater for 2 full minutes without using any potions. Normally that sounds annoying, but because of the magma block creating air bubbles, we got it instantly right here. Shortly after that, we found an abandoned village and decided to turn it into our base. And trust me when I say this, that decision would come back to haunt us later, like a lot. As every Minecraft player does, the first thing we built was a nether portal, unlocking into the nether. Once inside, we started looking around for anything useful, maybe a fortress, maybe a bastion. We found nothing, like nothing. But I did unlock adventuring time for discovering 17 different biomes. Then I decided to attempt a trophy that somehow defeated 12-year-old me for years, destroying gas using its own fireball. There it is, return to sender. In the base, we crafted a full set of iron armor and unlocked the trophy Iron Man. And honestly, things were starting to going way too well.
Iron Man,
So after getting full iron, we decided to grab one last easy trophy before calling it a night, which is music into my ears. All we had to do was play a music disc in a jukebox, nothing too exciting, but the funny part is that the disc actually came from killing the ghast with his own fireball, so yeah, that's cool. After that, we logged off and got some sleep. The next day we made 2 changes before jumping back into the world. First, I installed a new shader pack, which is why the game suddenly looks a lot different. And secondly, we checked the trophy list to see what easy trophies we could knock out before continuing the grind. That led to a quick 5 trophies in almost no time. Getting charcoal, dropping a diamond to another player, catching and cooking a fish, sharing a sheep, and finally when pigs fly, which required riding a pig and somehow convincing it to take fall damage.
Relax, damn, yo!
At this point, things were still moving incredibly fast. Unfortunately, that was about to change, because the next thing we needed was ender pearls, and getting those ended up slowing this challenge way more than I expected. The easiest method was heading into the nether and trading with piglins, so we grabbed all the gold we had and started bartering. The result? Absolutely fucking horrendous. We spent all that gold and basically got nothing. At least we managed to grab yet another trophy, and while searching the nether we eventually stumbled across a bastion and unlocked hot tourist destinations for visiting every single nether biome. Unfortunately, the bastion itself wasn't much of a help, so we continued to search for one thing we actually needed, a nether fortress. Eventually we did find one, and that's where things started going wrong. Again. Before we even reached the blaze spawner, I almost got myself killed. Luckily my friend bailed me out before I could do something stupid again, and eventually reached the spawner and grabbed our first blaze rod, unlocking into the fire, finally.
I got one. Trophy.
Then this happened.
I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. What the fuck just killed me? Wither skeleton?
Yeah, I honestly have no idea how I died there, and after that we rushed back to recover our gear. The first attempt failed and the second one somehow actually worked. My friend wasn't as lucky though, he died during the recovery mission. Luckily he didn't have anything important, so he simply respawned and started making his way back from the base. And if you're thinking this was the last time he died during this challenge, yeah, it wasn't. It just really wasn't. I somehow became a fucking pro at doing just complete and utter mistakes. So after dying yet again, I had to make the long walk back to our absolutely horrible fucking shitty base.
I'm done, pissed. I'm fucking pissed, sorry.
And it was during that walk that I finally accepted the truth. The base fucking sucked. But while the base itself was awful, there was one thing about it that was actually incredible. And as ridiculous and as fake as this is about to sound, I promise it's fucking real.
So this, okay, so this is where you were on the phone, yeah. You were going for the trophy that I'm going to show on screen here, because I have no fucking idea what the fucking name is now. Oh. Wait, we're here?
Yeah. The stronghold was literally beneath our house, and somehow that wasn't even the craziest thing we found, because not long after that we entered the trial chambers, which was also beneath the stronghold, beneath our house.
I didn't put a bed. I didn't fucking click the bed!
At this point I was honestly getting tired of constantly losing my stuff, so I decided to take a break from exploring and spend some time mining instead. While I was down there, I started wondering, were we actually making any good progress, or were we already falling behind? So let's check. By day 20 we had reached 32 out of the 135 trophies, my bad, which means we had completed just under 1/5 of the entire challenge. At the time I thought this sounded pretty good. Looking back, yeah, this was fucking shit, but we aren't about to stop now, so let's keep going. Spending about 2 or 3 in-game days mining, we finally headed back to the surface, and almost immediately we grabbed another trophy for discovering yet another ocean monument. Well, I don't know why I'm saying yet another, this was the first one we actually found. So, not long after that, we unlocked yet another trophy named Super Fuel.
Oh yeah, there it is, Super Fuel. Furnace, power furnace with lava.
Now the reason I suddenly needed one or multiple stacks of kelp was because of a trophy called Alternative Fuel. And for this trophy, I had to eat kelp for the next 3 in-game days. This was fucking painful, okay? Since I didn't want to since I didn't want to accidentally mess things up, I decided not to move around too much while waiting for these 3 days to pass. Instead, we knocked out some easy and quick trophies. For the next few Minecraft days, we honestly did not do anything too exciting. Most of our time was spent learning how trial chambers actually worked. We completed a few of them, but I still have absolutely no idea how to get the ominous trial keys. At the time, I figured we'd deal with that problem later down the line. One thing we did was we found a buried treasure bin, but not the way we were actually supposed to be doing. Now, I used the website Chunkbase to find it. So yeah, if you want to call this cheating, I guess I cheated at this point. But the only reason why I was doing this was because I needed to find out how to get a fortress in the nether, because we had absolutely zero fucking clue where any of the fortresses or bastion were in the nether, because this was a horrible fucking nether portal. Not long after that, I unlocked Sniper Duel by killing a skeleton from over 50 meters away. After that, I decided it was finally time to start trading with villagers. My goal was simple, to just get better gear and hopefully avoid dying every fucking 30 minutes. While doing that, I unlocked the Haggler for successfully trading with a villager. At this point on, I still needed those blue ominous trial keys, so after looking up how they actually worked, I decided to get them myself. Thankfully, this part ended up being way easier than expected. By now, I had a power 4 bow, which basically turned every enemy into target practice. More importantly, while running those trial chambers, we managed to get 3 more entire trophies. Hey! Woo! Look, a vault with an ominous trial key. I'm not dying here, fuck you. Absolutely no reason to explain them all individually, just know that they were pretty much free trophies and I wasn't about to complain. And then we got incredibly lucky, one of the vaults rewarded us with some really solid diamond armor. It wasn't perfect, but after a few repairs it was more than good enough, which meant for the first time during this challenge, I actually felt ready to do anything. Because by day 40, I was finally preparing to enter the end. We grabbed all the gold we had and headed back into the nether to trade for some ender pearls. On the way, we actually found our very first pieces of ancient debris, which got me way more excited than it probably should have. Unfortunately, our plan did not work. These piglins were about as useful as they had been this entire challenge. So instead, we ended up hunting endermen and collecting the pearls the old-fashioned way. And just when things were starting to go our way, I died. Yeah. I'm this man. Now it's gonna take me another 3 or 4 days to just get shit done, man. But this time I actually lost everything. Like at this point there wasn't much I could do except start rebuilding. No, I need a break. Okay, listen. I'm pissed. So now literally the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 3 fucking pickaxes. And that's it. We're gonna go fucking mine. I'm not gonna show any of it because let's be honest, nobody wants to watch me hold left click for 10 minutes. More than 10 minutes, actually, like 40. The important part is that we have actually got back to full diamond gear, and after hunting a few more endermen, we finally had the last eyes of ender we needed, and after all of that, it was finally time to enter the end. I don't even have a shield. I should go back. Or at least that's what should have happened. For some reason, I decided to go back into the trial chambers instead. I generally have no fucking idea why I did this. Maybe I want a better armor, maybe I was procrastinating finding the dragon. Either way, after getting a few upgrades, we eventually stopped wasting time and headed back where we should have gone in the first place, which was the end. Please, let me actually survive this. So, as soon as we entered, we picked up the trophy, the end. Then we collected Dragon's Breath, which unlocked us. And he had another trophy, which is called You Need a Mint. And finally, the end for defeating the Ender Dragon. This is it. This is it! You don't even get a trophy after killing him? That's crazy. Oh, fucking hell. The end. Kill. Okay, there is. I was about to say, kill the Ender Dragon. There you go. So after eliminating the dragon, we went back and upgraded my entire gear. Most of the enchants that I got were fucking shit, but I did end up getting an absolutely insane pickaxe, so I'll take that. So after eliminating the dragon, we went back and upgraded my entire gear. Most of the enchants that I got were fucking shit, but I did end up getting an absolutely insane pickaxe, so I'll take that. Not long after, we headed straight back into the end. While exploring, I unlocked yet another trophy that I honestly forgot even existed. Holy shit, that was close. What the fuck was that, bro? Then we started searching for the thing we really wanted, which was an elytra. Along the way, we picked up 3 more trophies. There it is. Ah. Nice brewing session over there. And eventually, after all that searching, we finally found the elytra after a long ass grind, which was not supposed to be this fucking hard, like genuinely. Now we had reached day 50 of the challenge, and that's when I finally realized something. We were behind, like really very behind. At this point, we only had the 49 trophies completed, which normally wouldn't sound too bad. Till you remember there are 135 trophies in Minecraft, and we're already halfway through our 100-day limit. So yeah, the math wasn't exactly on our side. So instead of focusing on big trophies, I went back to the trophy list and started hunting every single easy trophy I could find. And honestly, it worked. Really good. Over the next 10 in-game days, we managed to grab 14 more trophies and started making up some time that we had lost. I was just flying around and I just got a trophy, sail the 7 seas, visit all ocean biomes. Yeah, another one. This trophy. Yep, disenchanted. There you go. Now it was time to go back to cleaning up some more of the easier trophies. One of those was Iron Belly, which requires you to stop starvation by eating rotten flesh. Sounds disgusting, but thankfully it was also pretty fucking easy. After that, we headed into a nearby village where we picked up 2 more trophies. The first one was for taming a horse. There it is, saddle up, tame a horse. And the second one was for sounding the alarm, which requires ringing a village bell while a hostile mob is nearby. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the trophies this is the one trophy, actually, in the entire challenge that did not get recorded properly. For some reason, my footage corrupted here. But luckily, this was the only trophy affected. So instead, here's a reenactment of me ringing the bell while standing next to a zombie. And for the next few days, I started slacking again. One of the trophies I wanted to get was require me from falling from the very top of the world all the way down to the lowest point possible. Simple enough, right? Yeah, no, for me, I tried and tried again and then again, and somehow still could not get the trophy. So after wasting more time than I should have, I decided to move on, which brings us to day 68. I'm so dumb. It's not on the ice. It's on the other side. So at day 68, somebody finally returned, which was my friend. Yeah, you probably forgot about him by now, I know. The first thing we did was help him knock out a few trophies that he still needed for his own world. After that, it was time for one of the more annoying trophies in the game, which was called On a Rail. To unlock it, we needed to travel at least 500 blocks in a single direction in a minecart, which basically translates to use every single piece of fucking iron we own and hope for the best. Honestly, the trophy itself wasn't hard. The real challenge was just gathering enough materials to build the track in the first place. Thankfully, after burning through an unhealthy amount of iron, we got it done. Not long after that, I fed a dolphin some raw cod and unlocked echolocation. We then cured 2 zombie villagers and picked up 2 more trophies. And somewhere in the middle of that, I needed to dye some leather armor. Now, I had absolutely no idea how the fuck that worked. Luckily, my Minecraft buddy actually knows what the fuck he's doing, so he carried me through that one too. Trophy, tie-dye outfit, dye all 4 unique pieces of leather armor. Day 72. And that's when reality hit me. We were in trouble. At this point, I knew I was absolutely screwed if I wanted any chance of finishing this challenge. So we headed back into the nether and started collecting wither skeleton skulls. And if you've ever done that before, you already know where this is going. It took forever. While grinding for skulls, we managed to grab a couple easy trophies along the way though. But after that, not a single fucking trophy. Days kept passing, the trophy count barely moved, and before I knew it, we had reached day 80. Then, for some reason that I still cannot explain to myself, I completely stopped focusing on the trophies. At this point, you'd think I'd be grinding every trophy I could find, you know, since this was the challenge. But apparently I had other plans. The only trophy I actually got during this entire stretch was leader of the pack for befriending 5 wolves. And other than that, nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing. I spent my time getting mending, upgrading gear, and building a farm that I shamelessly copied from some random guy on YouTube. Somewhere during all of this, we also started working on our rainbow collection, which requires collecting 16 colors of wool. Now, normally that doesn't sound too bad until you realize the closest desert to us was 4,000 blocks away, and we need a cactus for some dye. The worst part is we had already been near that desert earlier in the challenge, but at some point a creeper blew up one of our chests and destroyed every single thing we had collected for that trophy. But because I'm apparently blind, I didn't even notice. So instead of finishing the trophy right there, we had to put it aside and come back to it later, which is pretty much the perfect summary of this entire challenge. Every time we made progress, something stupid happens, and somehow all of this took 7 in-game days. 7 entire days. Which meant by the time I was done, we only had 13 days left before reaching day 100. And if you've been paying attention to the trophy count, you already know that this is a fucking problem. Okay, so I'm currently recording it now. And
They added another trophy. I don't even know what any of this means. But hey, let's go.
So now we're at day 90, and believe it or not, as I said, we hadn't earned a single trophy since day 83. Yeah, things were not looking good. Originally, I went underground to gather some iron so we could build a full iron beacon later on, but instead I ended up getting somewhere completely different, the Deep Targ. Luckily, I actually knew that we had to get some trophies in here, so we knocked out those two pretty quick.
What the fuck is this? Have an ally drop a cake at a note block. How the fuck?
After that, I got out immediately and left the entire area alone. And next up was probably one of the worst trophies in the game, which was Sleep with the Fishes. For this trophy, you had to stay underwater for an entire Minecraft day, which, for you people that don't know, is exactly 20 minutes. After that, we decided to fight an Elder Guardian. Partly for the trophy, but mainly because I also needed a sponge. After drying it in a furnace, we picked them up. Another 2 trophies. At this point, I'd reached day 96, and honestly, I already knew I had absolutely no chance of getting every trophy before day 100, so I changed the goal. Instead of getting 100%, I want to make sure that I at least get the platinum done before unlocking passing the time for surviving 100 Minecraft days. To do that, I still needed 3 trophies. The first one was baking a cake.
The lie.
The second one was earning the trust of an axolotl.
That one was important.
And the third was Rainbow Collection, the trophy that had been following us almost this entire challenge. This was also the moment I finally remembered what had happened.
The creeper exploded the chest with everything in it. I'm probably not gonna get it now.
And I never even noticed. Before going back for the wall, I also grabbed another expansion trophy by poisoning a witch. So by day 99, I was sitting at 80 trophies. Only 2 trophies stood between me and the platinum, passing the time and Rainbow Collection. But somehow we actually managed to finish Rainbow Collection before the 100 days trophy popped. At this point, there was nothing left to do, but wait, I already knew there was a handful of trophies that I simply had no chance of getting while waiting for a platinum trophy to finally unlock. In total, I managed to earn another 7 trophies. Then we waited, because apparently the passing the time trophy doesn't unlock exactly when you think it should. It actually took until day 107, 7 extra in-game days.
But here it is. Oh, passing the time, play for 100 days. Platin. Woo! Random ass time of 100 days, 107.
There we have it. Platinum number 50, but this challenge was about only getting the platinum. It was about trying to get 100% of every single Minecraft trophy in under 100 Minecraft days. And in the end, I failed. By the time the platinum finally unlocked, we were already at day 107, and I still had a handful of trophies left that I still just could not finish in time. Honestly though, I'm still really happy with how this challenge turned out. There were way more deaths than I expected, a lot of mistakes than I'd like to admit, and somehow I managed to waste more than 7 whole days doing fuck all, but that's what made it fun. If you enjoyed watching this challenge, let me know what game I should platinum next, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!